Days before she disappeared from Fort Hood, Specialist Vanessa Guillen told friends, family, and fellow soldiers that she was being harassed by her superior.
She was taking a shower, she was in the locker room. He walked in and sat there, and she was very creeped out, as one would be.
It was a claim that Army officials initially refuted.
We've interviewed hundreds of people, to include all acquaintances and co-workers of Ms. Guillen. So there's no allegation whatsoever that she's been sexually assaulted or harassed. And any hint of information that was sexual harassment was completely looked at without any credible information.
However, after an investigation that spanned almost a year, it was confirmed that then Private First Class Guillen was sexually harassed, but not by her believed killer, Specialist Aaron Robinson. Guillen reported the harassment on 2 separate occasions. Both times, her supervisor failed to report the harassment, and other leaders failed to take action.
We, as an Army, failed to protect Specialist Guillen. It's something we are learning from, studying, and using to drive our Army forward.
She signed that contract with the Army to protect and serve the country. Yet, look how they treated her, like if it was she was nothing.
In 2018, almost 25% of female active duty members were sexually harassed, according to Protect Our Defenders, a human rights organization that fights for survivors of military sexual assault and harassment. The majority of victims were harassed by someone in their chain of command. Between 2016 and 2018, the rate of sexual assault and rape jumped by almost 40%. For women, the rate increased by over 50%, to the highest level since 2006. When it comes to sexual assault and harassment, oftentimes the incident goes unreported.
For most women who report, it's a career-ending decision. The DOD's own numbers show that 1/3 of the women who report sexual assault are out of the military within a year.
The Guillen family started the hashtag #IamVanessaGuillen to encourage fellow military members to share their stories. Since its creation, it has been used thousands of times.
I was raped in my sleep when the door was locked, not even 2 months after arriving to my first command, and I was terrified to say anything because I didn't think anyone would believe me.
I served active duty as a jet mechanic. The men who sexually assaulted me are still serving in uniform today.
I was sleeping. Drunk Marines kicked in my barracks door and raped me. I finally locked myself in the bathroom and they yelled, "No one will believe you. You are a new female. We will get away with this."
The Guillen family is continuing to push for a bill in Vanessa's honor that would move prosecution decisions on sexual assault and harassment cases outside of the chain of command. Of the 5,600 unrestricted reports of sexual assault in 2020, only 4% were tried by court-martial, with only 0.8% of offenders being convicted of a non-consensual sex offense. After stalling last year, the I Am Vanessa Guillen Act was reintroduced in May and has the support of several members of Congress.
And it will make a strong step closer to ensuring that no service member or family will ever have to endure such horror.
The Army has made changes following Specialist Guillen's death. In May, officials announced the Criminal Investigation Command would be restructured and led by a civilian. The Army also announced policy changes within the Sexual Harassment/Assault Response and Prevention Program, including a policy that requires commanders to bring in investigating officers from outside the brigade when it comes to sexual harassment complaints. Even still, the Guillen family says they won't stop until the I Am Vanessa Guillen Act is passed.
No one deserves to die the way she died. No one deserves to suffer the way my sister suffered. No one. So please, advocate for this legislation.
Sydney Eisenberg, 25 News.